Rick Baker won the first ever makeup Oscar for his revolutionary work on this film.
When I met Rick Baker, who did the makeup, of course, he said to me, "I feel sorry for you." And I said, well, wait a minute, you don't understand, this is like one of those career moves. And he said, well, just report next week for the makeup. And he said, oh, by the way, how much hair do you have on your body? It's the first question. I go, this is kind of strange. I didn't have the problem of having lots of chest or back hair, but obviously a lot of body hair would make it difficult to put more yak hair, which was what the werewolf costume or stuff was made of. So, you have your arms waxed. That's it. Really, I recommend it if you've never done it before. Like bodybuilders and swimmers, you start hairless when you're going to become a werewolf and go from there.
I'm burning up!
Everything changed and stretched. Everything was duplicated. My arms, my legs, my head, many times in different expressions. There is a period during the filming when they take my arm out of the equation, put it literally behind and off camera behind my back, and attach from my elbow the replica, which looks exactly like my hand, only it's made of cable and can stretch.
Oh, help me! Please! Help me! Help me!
And one of the first things I came up with that I thought would be interesting was to do a hair growing effect. I thought I could make a false head, that I could actually punch hairs through the material and film it in reverse, where it actually pull the hairs in, and it would look like the hairs were growing out when it was reversed. The part where David Naughton's body's really stretched out, he has a very elongated spine, and his limbs are more dog-like. His feet are stretched into these like dog-like things. The only part that was really David was his head and arms, and he was through a hole in the floor, and this whole false body blended onto his shoulders, and we had appliances on his hand and on his face.
When I fall and turn around and I'm on my back watching this body grow, it's a stage, and there's room for my body to go underneath the floorboards and for guys to be underneath the floor working the mechanical body, which is actually stretching. At some point when I'd had plenty of hair and the elongated forehead and nose and the mouth had shot forward, now that's a mechanical head.
In this head we had mechanics that would push out. These are actually not the teeth that were used in the head. These were actually Jack Nicholson's teeth from Wolf. When these teeth were inside the head, we had a mechanism to push these teeth forward and open them up, so it stretched the rubber along with it and distorted the head. We had little forms in the cheekbones that push the cheekbones out, things that stretch the ears out. So we actually made a head that without the use of optical effects, that actually on the day you turned the camera on and it did this. I think it was pretty effective for the time.
Halfway through the week, I just didn't want to go back to that makeup process. And then they'd say, well, in The Elephant Man, he wore it every day. Or, there'd always be an example in film about someone who had to wear the makeup the whole time.
The problem with the kind of makeup I do is sometimes it just takes too long.